Hi, my name is Nick Karn, and this is my EDL 854 Module 11, Gifts to Staff or Students. So what is considered a gift? A gift is a personal good or service for students or staff purchased with school funds. Gifts for staff members include items purchased for personal use, such as a baby shower or possibly a wedding gift, and exclude items purchased by the school or the district for the staff's use at school, such as your supplies in the classroom. For example, maybe a calculator, markers, anything in that realm. The question we can ask ourselves as administrators is, does the item leave the school when the teacher transfers or terminates? If it does leave the school, then it includes items for personal use. So we'll first cover gifts to students. Gifts to students, first thing we want to talk about fundraiser events. They should only be given to the students who participated in the fundraiser, obviously. So kids who did not fundraise or were not involved in the club should not get one of those gifts. It has to be age appropriate and not too expensive as well. Gifts should be purchased by the funds raised. So in a lot of our football realm, what we do is that we'll have these cards that our students will go sell with discounts on them for local restaurants, and the kids will go and sell these cards, and we'll use those funds to buy their travel gear, spirit gear, things that they'll use in the season that build our team morale and spirit. And so we make sure that only Trojan card funds are used for spirit gear. They're not used for equipment, not used for coaching training or anything like that. So that's one of the guidelines that we use. Number two, for the gifts to students that are special event achievement gifts, they usually involve an academic or athletic banquet. And as you can see over there on the left, there are some examples of what maybe you could be purchasing there. Some can be extravagant, some can be cheaper, but really it just has to be affordable for your school, and it has to be age appropriate again, and it can come from a school fund. So in this case, if it's an athletic banquet, we would take that from the athletic fund, or donations. So what we'll do with our football banquet is that we'll use a lot of our fundraising items to pay for the banquet, to buy the seniors gifts, to buy tablecloths, all the food, everything like that, and the parents and any guests that are not athletes will actually pay a ticket into the athletic event, so it kind of helps us with the cost there. So now moving on to gifts to staff. So kind of had the definition of staff gifts, or the giving of gifts to staff members should be guided by written procedures and coordinated by a committee, not by an individual staff member. So this is a pretty good guideline to make sure that it's not an individual managing the gifts, that it's a group, to make sure that we're not playing favoritism or anything like that. So it's broken down into three categories. You have special occasion gifts, you have fundraising incentive gifts, and all staff gifts. So the gifts to staff, first one is the special occasion gifts. So these are for specific staff members, and they are to be paid for with staff remembrance funds. So an example, again, could be a baby shower or possibly a wedding gift. The second type of gift to staff is fundraising incentive gifts. So this is for participating staff members that meet set criteria, and they're also paid for with profit from school fundraising events, similar to the student version. So as you can see here, this is an online fundraiser that they did, and you just had to raise a certain amount of money, and then a lot of that would go to certain, maybe a charity. It could go to anything that the staff member kind of felt was important that would go to. So that's kind of an interesting thing that we did. All staff gifts, so everybody receives one of these, and it can be a lot of things. For example, school t-shirt, wristbands, and they're paid for by staff vending profits and staff fundraising efforts, or it could be donated PTA funds. We just have to make sure that whoever is donating knows what it's going towards, so they're not taken back by it. But this is one t-shirt I designed as an athletic director. It's pretty simple, and I just used our funds from our fundraisers that we did, and all the teachers got one of these to kind of promote, our school spirit. And also, there's not a picture here, but we also got these little plastic wristbands that they could wear. And also, leftover, we could sell these at games, anything like that. So it was kind of a cool fundraiser for us, and it promoted school spirit. And a lot of the kids thought they were cool and wanted one, so we eventually let students buy them as well. So in conclusion, gifts are a great way to build staff morale and spirit. your staff and students will feel more appreciated for their hard work and part of the community. And I really believe that it's important that our staff and students feel welcome, they feel a part of their school, they feel some source of pride in their school, and I think gifts are a good way of doing that. But it is essential to make sure that these gifts are affordable, purposeful, and given to the appropriate group. If they're not in the budget, then you shouldn't buy them, obviously. You should also make it aware that that people can overspend and put themselves in the red. So you need to make sure that you're not spending too much on these and that they actually have a good purpose. And so if anybody does ask why you bought them, if you have to deal with an administration issue, you can tell them this is why, and it was affordable, and it was given to a specific group for this reason. So I think if we follow all these guidelines, then it'll be pretty smooth sailing from there, and your staff and students will feel much more a part of your school and your community, which is always a good thing. And that hopefully will build more retention of teachers and kind of develop that consistency and make also the students, if they feel more a part of their community and school, behavioral issues go down, and they actually want to come to school because they feel accepted and they have pride, which is important at that age. So that's my opinion on the topic. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to watching all your videos as well. Thank you.